Just pulled up in Alabama. If you're not familiar, I got permission on this property about 4 years ago from writing letters, and come in here a couple weeks ago and scouted, found me a couple spots that looked good with some buck sign, put some corn and camera up, kind of got a feel for what's going on this year. This is a great rut property, but I don't see a whole lot the rest of the year just because it doesn't really have any thick cover that I feel like bucks are going to hold too much, but they always show up during the rut. In the last few years, I figured out, I think about the 5th through the 7th is about the best time. Today's the 5th. So I'm going to get out here now and ease in and see if we can make something happen. Since I'm sitting in open hardwoods in January, I figured it might not be the worst idea to pull up some beach limbs and zip tie them around me and give myself a little bit better cover. I'm nestled in pretty good already, but just going to kind of put the finishing touches on it. I think I can hear a buck grinding up this ridge. See something off to the right. I was thinking it looked like they were being pushed when they came in. Sure enough, about 5 minutes after they got here, Spike popped up and chased them around. That's 80% of the deer I've had on camera so far. Big ones are around though, gotta be. Well, day 2. I'm gonna ease out here this morning and try that same spot, see what happens. Big old 6-pointer. I'd shoot the crap out of that deer. scrape, I think. Looks like he could be angling this way. Oh, please, God, please cross. Please. Dear God, please let this deer cross over here. If I didn't have a broken limb, I'd probably could shoot him over there. I snort wheezed at him, got him all kind of fired up, but he just never did come in. Made 2 or 3 scrapes. Probably what cost me is these woods are a little bit open, so from where he was standing, he could look over here and be like, okay, I should be seeing a buck, but he didn't. If I'd have been in thicker woods, I definitely would have had a better chance of calling him in, but he wasn't coming this way, so I really had nothing to lose by trying. Freaking German Shepherd and a Husky just chased a doe by me. There's another dog. That's probably why the deer don't seem to be as good this year on camera. That was pretty cool. Nice little 9-pointer. He had a little kicker like right at the base. Crazy thing is, it had been 10 or 15 minutes since them dogs roamed that doe by me. Realistically, if he was out cruising, he could have been a good ways off and, covered some ground in 15 minutes. But it's probably about 10:30. I'm probably going to sit till 11 and go scout a little bit. So far, there's a little area somewhere over on the other side of the creek I could climb up where every deer that I've seen since I've been here, except the one the dogs were chasing, has crossed at some point. Might check it out and see what the sign looks like over there. Then go check another camera I've got out here and make a plan for this afternoon and tomorrow. was kind of crazy because I heard something to my left, and I looked over and I seen a little spike. And by the time it walked off, I looked over to my right and I seen movement, and it's like his freaking twin over there. Easing over here now where that buck was this morning, because almost every deer that I've seen has crossed. Like, even if they came by me, they crossed kind of over here too. So I may move over here and like catch them coming both ways. I'm at least gonna look and see what the sign looks like. Kind of a narrow little flat where if they didn't walk right here, they have to go up, down, up, down, up, down over all these, where these little points come down. A lot of tracks right here. That might be one of the scrapes he made this morning. The scrapes that deer made are literally the only sign over here other than tracks. So it may just be coincidental that they happen to be over on this side this morning. Definitely don't want to just keep jumping around. You know, like, see, if I see that deer and I jump over here, he's liable to be over there this afternoon. You know, I wanted to check it and make sure, see what the sign looked like over here, but I think I'm gonna stick where I'm at for now, unless one of these other cameras has something on this. So it's actually looking like where I was this morning is gonna be my best spot, but we've got a problem. When I stepped out of the stand this morning, I stepped on my quiver and bent 4 out of 5 of my nocks. So basically I've got one good arrow, and then technically I've got one other one that ain't broken, where I could like finish the deer off if I had to or something, but I wouldn't shoot at a deer from the tree with it because it's bent. I thought I had extra nocks in my little bow box, and I don't. So, typical Tanner situation, I guess. So it turns out the one I thought was just bent was broke too. So basically I'm out here with a bow with 2 cracked limbs and 1 arrow. It's about ridiculous. Anyway, we're gonna give it a heck. The bad thing is, these micro diameter arrows, it ain't like I can run to Walmart and get lighted nocks for them. Got to special order them. So I'm just gonna have to make my shot count if I get a chance. Big buck. Big buck up that ridge. Never mind. I could hear that dog running around barking, like maybe on the other side of this property. And then that doe come like jogging by, like real nervous, like maybe she had seen him run by her or something. She was sneaking out the back door. It just sucks. Time's right, it's cold and everything else, and got a dog running around chasing deer. We'll see. I'm gonna sit all day today. 2 deer running by. Guarantee that dog's out there somewhere. wide 6-pointer again. After I seen him yesterday, I debated him moving to that side of the creek and went over there. Didn't see just a whole lot of sign or anything. I thought, well, nah, my odds are probably still better here. That was just a fluke, you know. It happens during the rut. Sure enough, if I'd have moved, he was just right over there again. Dang, man. Sucks. A lot of these deer are looking at me for some reason. My wind's dead wrong. I felt like I had good cover and all here and get kind of looked at more than I expected, for sure. Bucks are definitely out cruising, bumping does. Got pinned in the tree last night and that buck's chasing does all around me. Heard chasing this morning walking in. I think I am going to end up moving over to where I seen that buck. Dude just came running by me. It's about 1 o'clock. I guess I am going to get down and see if I can find a tree to set up to shoot where that buck walked by. Hoping I can find something where I can shoot at these scrapes over here and over there, but we'll see. Alright, I've picked out a tree I think's going to be better. I'm going to climb up at one time, get everything set up, look and see if I need to cut any limbs. Come down, cut them, pull my bow up, be ready to go. And I just remembered, I took my saw out this morning because I didn't think I needed it. I wanted to save weight. It's a little miniature pole saw. So I'm fixing to have to do it how I did it when I was a kid. I wish I'd have seen this tree yesterday because I can shoot most of what I was looking at from that tree. I could shoot to as far as like scrapes and stuff. I can shoot to my corn. I can shoot perfect to the path that deer is walking. So if I'd have seen this yesterday, I wouldn't have lost anything really and probably would have had a chance to kill that deer. I will say, I don't think my cover's quite as good, but the thing is, I didn't know which way the deer were coming from before, but now I know most of them are coming from this way, so they're coming from behind me. So either way, I think like if they were headed to that corn, they're gonna get past me, you know what I mean, instead of like be facing me the whole time. But I mean, I got decent cover around me, so I'm just hoping that buck will show up. There's a buck. Dang. Oh my God. I'm freaking shaking. I don't know how much I got on video. I just almost killed this giant 7. I looked over. He was standing right there. He was walking broadside. He was going to walk right by me at like 15 yards. I came to full draw. Right when he was about to step out of a tree and I was going to let him have it, he turned like he was facing me. And he went across. I'm still at full draw and he went across like right under me. Just looked up like that and caught me and took off. Breaks my freaking heart, man. That deer was so freaking big. I mean, especially for Alabama. I mean, that's a giant. He was standing right there with that, there where that tree makes like a V. As soon as he was gonna walk out of that tree, I was gonna freaking stick him. But instead of walking straight out, he like wrapped around it and came to me. I didn't have a shot. He looked, I'm at full draw. He looked right at me and took off. God, that was so close. So freaking close. I will say, this is surprisingly, even with the dogs and everything else, this has been the best trip in Alabama I've ever had as far as seeing deer in daylight and everything. Bad thing is the way he was crossing. If I'd been in my other tree that I was in before, I'd been a lot better off, I think. Because he would have walked right by broadside at like 30, 35 yards. It's a small tree, and every time I move, there's a vine that shakes a little bit. But, I mean, these open hardwoods, there's just really not a whole lot of freaking good options for trees. Next year, I'm going to have me a freaking bird nest built up in a tree somewhere, because I was getting seen even in that one. I had pretty good cover on it. But that's kind of what I love about them. You don't get all of them, but it's kind of special when you do. Just have 5 does run by. Well, it's about 11. I guess I'm going to get down. I want to go walk around a little bit before I leave and mark some spots on HuntX that where some good sign is to check out next year. And get everything ready and head home and go to work tomorrow.